In a village of the state of Yang during the Warring States period, a young man named Yang Qing always walked with a hunchback and shuffling feet. His peers often mocked him by imitating his gait, making him flush with embarrassment every time. He secretly vowed to learn a proper way of walking. One day, in the tea house at the village entrance, a traveling merchant slammed the table and praised loudly, "The way people walk in Handan is simply exquisite, heads held high, chests out, and steps steady and graceful." Yang Qing, who was passing by, listened raptly and immediately decided to go to Handan to learn their walking style. He packed his luggage right away. His mother handed him some dry rations and urged, "Come back early if you can't learn it." But Yang Qing patted his chest and promised earnestly, "Don't worry, Mom, I won't return until I've mastered the Handan gait." 3 days later, Yang Qing arrived in Handan. As soon as he stepped onto the street, he was dazzled. Scholars strolled with fans in hand, their postures upright, women walked lightly with baskets, their steps elegant. Everyone in the city walked with poise, and he stood by the roadside, utterly transfixed. Yang Qing hid in a street corner to imitate them. First, he tried to copy the scholars lifting their sleeves as they stepped forward, only to stumble almost immediately. Then he mimicked the women's gentle steps, his awkward movements drawing snickers from passers-by. But he paid no heed and practiced with increasing enthusiasm. Back at the inn, he continued practicing in the courtyard, now imitating the steady strides of elderly folks, now copying the brisk hops of children. He sweated profusely, his clothes soaked through. The inn boy watched him by lamplight, completely puzzled by what he was doing. The next day, Yang Qing went to the street again to learn how porters walked. Just as he mimicked their shoulder-squaring, chest-thrusting posture, he stumbled and nearly fell. A porter glanced back at him in confusion. Yang Qing froze in a panic, only to suddenly realize that he could no longer remember how he used to walk. He clung to a wall and tried to take a step, but his feet felt as heavy as lead and would not obey him. His legs went weak the moment he lifted them. Passers-by dodged him and whispered comments. Flustered and mortified, tears welled up in his eyes. He had actually forgotten how to walk at all. The innkeeper handed him a cup of water and reasoned with him. The Handan gait is a habit formed over time. By mindlessly copying it, you've not only failed to learn it but also lost your own original way of walking. Blind imitation will never get you anywhere. Leaning against a stone table in the courtyard, Yang Qing tried to recall his old walking style, but his steps were stiff and uncoordinated. He took a deep breath and moved slowly. The inn boy cheered him on. "That's it. Just take it easy." After struggling for 3 days, Yang Qing still hadn't mastered the Handan gait. He had no choice but to pack his things and head home. By then, he couldn't even walk normally. He had to cling to walls and shuffle forward step by step, looking utterly miserable. When he reached the familiar country path, he was too exhausted to go on, so he crawled forward on all fours. A fellow villager passing by was shocked to see him in such a state and quickly put down his hoe to help him up. His mother burst into tears when she saw him crawling home. Head bowed in shame, Yang Qing apologized. "I shouldn't have blindly tried to learn the Handan gait. In the end, I lost the ability to walk the way I used to." The next day, with his mother's support, Yang Qing practiced walking, gradually recovering his original gait. The village children laughed and imitated him, but instead of getting angry as he used to, he smiled and waved, filled with remorse. Key takeaway. Learning to walk in Handan refers to blindly imitating others and ending up losing one's own inherent abilities. It reminds us that we should embrace our own characteristics, find our proper place, and never follow others mindlessly out of envy, otherwise we will lose our true selves in the end.